Hello in TV land. This is your boy, Freelancer Joe, ready to once again get cracking. And we are at T minus 8 hours until the cultural and emotional highlight of my life, and when I get to see Avengers Endgame at a midnight showing. Now, it's true, I'm being a bit hyperbolic. Truth be told, I'm sure it's Marvel and Disney that are delighted to be able to celebrate their landmark achievement, historic landmark achievement, with the historic landmark achievement that is my life. So I am, pleased that they decided to share that with me. Yes, I am excited though, very excited. I'm trying to tamp down the expectations. As much as I liked Infinity War, and I did really, really, really like Infinity War, it was certainly creaking under its weight because there was a lot of stuff in there. But to be fair, the Russo brothers pulled it off, and they didn't just keep it together; they excelled at keeping it together. It's kind of like, if you're watching gymnastics and you see them wobble a little bit, like they're about to fall over, and then they whip something out that gives them the 10 out of the 10. Yeah, it's Infinity War for me was like that. It's like I could forgive the wobbles because what they followed it up with afterwards was brilliant, or at least highly entertaining. But with Endgame, I mean, they've had another year to kind of refine the whole approach, and yeah, really looking forward to it. And I also, again, I commend Disney and Marvel for sharing in my life. But you gotta admit, how many studios would have made this a trilogy, a three-parter? And to be honest, it probably should have been a three-parter. But they said no, this is gonna be a two-part story, and we're gonna make it work, and they made it work. I mean, as opposed to something like, say, The Hobbit, which you could probably have gotten away with just one movie, maybe two. But they tried to stretch it out to three, and they didn't do it. They didn't make it work at all, which is really disappointing, considering that before that was Lord of the Rings, which was freaking awesome as a three-parter. Not perfect. Not perfect. I think I've had this discussion with you guys before about where they went wrong in Lord of the Rings, the movies. But still, one of my favorite trilogy series. It's aside from the fact that, they bungled The Hobbit so badly after having come off Lord of the Rings. The other thing is what they filled it with was garbage to try and make it that three-parter. And when you consider how much stuff Tolkien had that they could have worked with, not necessarily in The Hobbit itself, which is a pretty short book, but just from the Silmarillion, what they could have worked in there, they just had a lot of things they could have gone with, things that were proven to be really, really good, and instead they threw in Legolas and the elf chick. She had a name, Tariel, Wasp from Ant-Man and the Wasp. But we're not talking about Lord of the Rings. We're talking about Endgame and Infinity War. And yeah, you gotta commend them for sticking with their guns of making it a simple two-parter. And but it does. Even though it's really creaking under its own weight, I will straight out say it. If they ever made like an extended edition of those two, kind of like packaged together, I don't care if it's like 9 hours long, I would watch it. I would get it and I would watch it. It'd probably be like my all-time favorite movie. I mean, I do like once or twice a year watch all of the extended edition Lord of the Rings. If it's good stuff, I don't care if it's long because it's good stuff. And I would just really like to see, because they've got lots of stuff in there that if they included it, it would make it that much better. But 3 hours in the theater is pretty tough as it is. But on home video, at home, when you can pause and take breaks, whatever, I mean, that'd be great. That'd be great. So yeah, super, super excited. I'm not gonna try and do what I did yesterday, which was watch the trailer to get myself pumped up even more. One, because I'm already really, really super pumped, and two, because of the technical snafus that we had while trying to watch the trailer. Still haven't figured that one out yet. And more precisely, I haven't bothered to try and figure that one out yet. It's very odd that that would happen, though. I mean, maybe... Well, I know the sound thing is probably because I don't have a device configured correctly, because I've never tried to use the sound in the guest OS before. But why it couldn't play that trailer, and then why it knocked out the camera is something else entirely different. Might have something to do with how I have the guest OS configured and not enough memory dedicated to like video processing. That could be it. That could be it. But yep. As soon as this video is done recording and processed, I'm eating dinner and then going to sleep. Well, finish this, process it, upload it, and then upload tomorrow's Gaming Mojo episode and schedule it to be published, then have dinner, and then go straight to sleep. Or at least try to go to sleep. Now, I'm taking precautions. I have not had coffee since, 11 o'clock? Yeah, since 11 o'clock now. And I didn't take my fat-burning supplements, which is probably just like pure caffeine. I hope it's just pure caffeine. It certainly does the job, I tell you that much, of getting me agitated. So, and no doubt, as you can tell, I'm looking jacked, so I just finished training. So without the caffeine, without the fat-burning supplement, and hopefully with the exhaustion associated with training, plus the fact that it's kind of the end of the week, and I've been operating, not necessarily a sleep, I have been operating in a sleep deficit, but not nearly as bad as last week. Last week was painful. So I'm hoping I do pass right out and get a sufficient amount of sleep. Caveat being, I hope I don't oversleep. That would really, really, truly suck. Incredibly suck. But I don't think it will. I mean, I'm going to set the alarm on this. I'm going to set the alarm on this. I may even set the alarm on my actual alarm clock, just to be sure. Oh, speaking of which, let me go ahead and turn these on. And, you know what? You didn't come here to watch me ramble about my anticipation for Endgame. Maybe you did. I don't know. I mean, hey, whatever it takes to get views, I will be happy to do, as long as it's legal in the country and state that I'm in. So let me go ahead and well, sorry, this started up, so I'll go ahead and do this, and this started up. This didn't start up, so let me go ahead and start it up. And then while it's starting up, let me go ahead and open up the terminal and the editor and the browser. And while we're doing that, how y'all doing? Obviously, aside from the fact that it's, you know, T-minus 8 hours until Endgame, it is a beautiful and wonderful Thursday. Thursdays are always wonderful. Why? Because Thursday is the day before Friday. And of course, any day that I get to spend chatting with you is going to be a wonderful and awesome day. Not a perfect day, though. I didn't have the opportunity to chat with my honey bunny this morning, which is disappointing. But she was kind enough to send me a message early letting me know that she wasn't going to be able to chat. Which is nice, as opposed to me waiting for, you know, the entire window of our chat time and wondering if everything is okay. Let's see, nothing here, right? Alright, and did I type in the pin on that one? Yeah, I did. So starting up, but yeah, Thursday, it is mostly cloudy. It's going to be raining starting sometime tonight, and we got rain and thunderstorms tomorrow, so it'll be a whale of a day, I'll tell you that much. A whale of a day. But I hopefully will be starting off on a good foot because I will have seen Endgame. I'm going to keep saying Endgame. That's great. What are we doing? Well, I don't know what we're doing. So you know what? Let's go check our to-do list. No, I have mail. No, that's old mail. I also have my email open in another window for a very good reason. Oh, message. Mails, messages. I'm not a fan of being easily contactable like this. Just because I'm a loner. Alright, we're doing Lambda Node.js update. Now, if you've been paying attention, and you should have, and I'm sure you have been because you're wonderful and awesome and great, you know that I've been working on the Lambdas, and then you ask me, why do I even bother having all these other things open when all my Lambda work is going on within Amazon Web Services, which we will go into right now. Well, I will tell you. As soon as I get a hit of that sweet, sweet nicotine, and I log in, and we open up the services we need to get to. So we need Lambda and we need Dynamo. We need Dynamo because that's generally what our Lambdas talk to, except for one which talks to S3, but that's fine. So let's go ahead and expand this. And as you can see, we've updated all these functions. These are the remaining two. Now the reason I brought up the other stuff is because these Lambdas are actually exposed and used by my website. So if we change them, we can run the internal tests the way we've been testing it before, but we also need to test to make sure that it still works with my website. So that's why we are, well, you know, let's go ahead and start up my website just to be sure. I don't believe oh, it's already open. Okay, good, bueno. I don't believe we're gonna have to do anything. Any code changes to my website. We shouldn't have to, but we'll leave the editor open just in case. And let's go ahead and start up. Yep. Is Thursday doing good? I gotta admit, I am a little concerned about the potential sluggishness I will experience tomorrow as a result of having to get up early. Now, I figure that after watching Endgame, I'll be pumped for a couple hours. But it's going to wear on me. I have no doubt about it. Even though I'm trying to go to sleep early, yeah, just because you get into bed early doesn't mean you actually fall asleep early, you know? So I don't know. I mean, plus the sun will still be out, and Lord knows if the neighbor's dogs won't stop barking. They're not barking right now, but they're active, that's for sure. But with any luck, I'll be pumped, for one. And then two, I'll stop for some coffee at Wawa's. It's funny, the name of the store is Wawa, but everybody just calls it Wawa's, you know? The possessive? It's strange. I haven't been to one of those in years, though. Not since college, I believe. Or very shortly after college. The Wawa where I went to college wasn't open while I was in college. But I still live in the area, so. Alright, now this is my website, and I guess we'll start with Hire Me, because it's the simplest one to check. Alright. So now, what we shall do is we shall go to this one. This is the function that we call, the Lambda we call, sorry. Lambda function, blah, blah, blah. And, it should come up. And it's interesting that this one has access to less resources. I guess I had to give the other ones a bigger roles, just because I didn't want to narrow down what I needed to get to Dynamo. So in theory, all we're gonna have to do is update this to 8.1. Save it. Let's see, is it configured? That's parameterized. That doesn't change. That's where it goes. This is where it's coming from. Let's see what the test message is. Alright, so we've got Joshiro Mifune, test subject. Damn you, fine. Will I get demonetized for that? Since I'm not even monetized to begin with, I don't think it's an issue. Alright, so let's run it. And according to this, It says contact email sent, and I'm looking over at my Gmail account on the other window, and I do see an email from Mr. Joshiro at joshiromifune.com. Nice. And we're going to go ahead and test missing fields anyway. Let's see, what does that look like? So basically I send in a message, but it's missing a name. Okay. Let's test it. It's not going to send an email. It shouldn't send an email. But I should get a code saying missing fields. Alright. That's pretty quick. Now the real acid test, as it were, is sending it from my website. I want to see if it still works. Joe at joe.com. Joe is fine. Yes, he is. Submit it. Says it was sent. And I have an email. Great. That's a smooth upgrade. Smooth. Like me. Not now. Again, I'm only shaving once a week, so definitely by the end of the week, I'm not feeling smooth at all. Okay, so the contact one is updated. Oh, but I don't have a calendar one in here. Okay, alright. So, let's exit this, because the calendar demo, on the other hand, is actually used in my demo software. So, let's switch projects. We might be able to finish this off by the end of the week, which is great. It's a great way to cap off. So I have this all done. I already got my Gaming with Joe episode recorded. And I can just focus on Endgame. Well, I mean, technically I have work tomorrow, so I gotta knuckle up through that. And then I still have my deadlift training, so I gotta knuckle up through that. But, you know, it be what it be. It is what it is. Oh, look, we did get a text. I didn't send this. I'm pretty certain Amazon has a service for texting, though. Alright, so CD back one. No, not dir, ls. Switching back and forth between Windows and Unix. CD UI-demo. Demo. Okay, npm start it up. Let me see. Yeah. Work, I'm not too concerned about. I figure with the coffee and the caffeine I get from Wawa's, and the fact that I will have been clean with caffeine for a while, plus I'll take the fat burning supplements tomorrow after the movie. That should give me enough pep to make it through. Make it through at least half the day, and if I have to leave a little early, that's fine. It's one of the benefits of having a flexible schedule, as well as a two-week work week, 2-week pay period. This is the first half of it, so if I fall short a little this week, I can make it up next week. So work's not too concerning. I am actually curious to see if there are going to be other people that are out, because they did the same thing I did, which was watch Endgame. They might not. They might not. But it'd be funny if it just as many people are out as they were for spring break. It would be hilarious. Yeah, so I'm not too concerned about work. Now the training, though, I'm a little concerned about, because it's deadlift, which is always a tricky proposition. And last week I bumped it up from 1 rep to 2 reps for the set of 5, and that was hurting. I mean, that was hurting. Now, my guess is it's because I took that day off, so my body was still a little not used to moving. I'm really hoping that's what it was. Plus, we got to factor in the whole sleep deprivation thing. But then again, tomorrow I'll also have the sleep deprivation going. So, hard to say. Alright, and what we're looking at, this is the demo, what we want to pay attention to is the calendar. The calendar loads events, and right now there are none for April. Alright, so let me see, how can I test? Let's go. So now let's go to that Lambda. Freelancer calendar demo. What does this Lambda do? I believe this is just a get of some kind. Yeah, you see all the permissions it has. See, I need Lambda. I don't need CloudWatch. Dynamo I need. I don't need EC2 or MapReduce or S3 SNS data pipeline. IAM. I might want to keep IAM there just in case. Oh, wait a minute. Was it already updated to 8.1? Ah, you know what? It might already have been updated to 8.1. Right. So, this was the last Lambda I made, and I made it like 5 months ago. That might have been when 8.1 was already out, whereas the other Lambdas I made, 8 wasn't out yet, so I was still using 6. Wow, I am that good. I am, well, well, let's test. Let's see what we got here. So it pulls from Dynamo Demo Calendar. All right, we got invalid parameters. So this one pulls from November. Event month index 10. Ooh, that's interesting. Tables. Let's look at what we have in our tables. I think we only have like 2 items, right? Oh, we got 3. Manual event description. So this is November. Alright, because it's a -1. And this was one in December. Alright. And as you can see, I actually don't track the year. It's just, I do. Okay, I see. But my Lambda doesn't filter out. It just gets by month. That's interesting. I suppose the idea is that this is supposed to be like a live calendar of upcoming events. Once the events are done, the user would go in and remove them. In theory, what I could do is set up another Lambda that triggers periodically at the end of every month and removes expired events. That way I wouldn't eat up storage space and run the risk of incurring a cost. Plus, if you leave them in there, when it becomes November again, it's going to pull out that old event. Alright. Anyway, but if I run November, it's going to give me these 2. Test. We got missing fields. This is missing fields? Really? Oh, you know what? I wonder if this is the one. Alright, this is the one wherein I might have demo up twice. It's weird I have a demo up twice. I don't know why I have demo up twice. Well, let's go back to November 2018. Makes me think I should have a pop-up instead of this. But here's the one event manual, and if you go back to November, you got the 2. Okay. Go back to home. Let's create an item. Event month index. This is April, so why not one for April? So the event month index is going to be 3. And event sort key 0 since this is the first one. Let's append Boolean. All day. True. Alright, let's append another one. Description, which is string. And DESC. And April entry. Let's add another one for end. Oh, what was end supposed to be, though? Let's assume it was a string. And 2019 3, let's say 26 14, I don't know, 0 0 0. Okay, that's when it, and another string, start 2019 3, 326 is the day. When does it start? We'll say 1 2 0 0 0. And title, which I believe is going to be another string. It's April. April title. I believe that's it. Okay, so if we have an entry, then we go to calendar, and it should load April. And there we go. There we go, April title. Alright, so that all works. That's fine. Cool. Man, I'm so good. I finished work before I realized I finished work. I finished work 5 months ago before I realized I finished work. That's... Well, I'd like to say that I get accustomed to my awesomeness, but the truth is I don't. I astound myself every now and then. But, yeah, you know what? That's all the Lambdas, so let's go ahead and update that thing and say we're done. With that just leaves, we can move on to our next thing. Let's go ahead and exit some things, and I'll take this opportunity to say once again that I'm really looking forward to Endgame, and let me see. Right, so obviously Gaming with Joe's episode was pre-recorded, so you're not going to get spoilers from me on that day, tomorrow, if you choose to join me, and I hope you do. Because we got some Borderlands action, and I think I got the mic situation worked out. But if you join me Saturday, no promises about spoilers. Because once I get drinks in me, if it's as awesome as I think it's going to be, I'll be spoiling left or right. But I'll try to give a spoiler warning, I guess, if I do that. So, cool kid words about liking and subscribing, commenting, and suggesting. I hope that you have a wonderful Thursday, or whenever it is you decided to watch this. I hope you will join me Friday for Gaming with Joe, but if that's not your thing, then I definitely hope you join me for Drinks with Joe on Saturday. And until the next time you join me, I hope that you take care and God bless.